Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm G&G, and this is episode 50 of the University Challenge with UCD, a milestone episode for the channel. And to celebrate it, we have two games, a cup semi-final against Dundalk, followed by a league game against St Pat's, with a chance to seal second place in the league if we manage to win that game. That sounds disappointing after targeting the title this season, but we need that second place to guarantee Europa League football next season. So let's catch up on the games played since the last episode, and we start off with a game against Bohemians, which we started off brilliantly in, went 2-0 up after just 16 minutes through goals from Luke Molyneux and Kia Murphy, who has continued in the team and continued to score. Looked like we were going to seal a great 3 points, because at the time Derry were drawing a game played at the same time. And then with 10 minutes to go, they made it 2-1, and with coming up to 5 minutes to go left, they made it 2-2, and we dropped another 2 points in the league. Very disappointing. We did make a little bit of a change. Picking out played in goals, which he done alright in. He was alright up until the last 10 minutes, and then Everton just went to pot on us. So another 2 points dropped in the league, and then we took on Watford in a sensational game for many reasons. So let's look at the goals from that game. So it was a game in which we didn't make a great start, and after just 8 minutes we went 1-0 down here, cutting through our defence, slotting home, went 1-0 down, and it looked like it was just a bad start, because less than 10 minutes later we were on level terms. Conor McLennan, great run, great cross, Kia Murphy slotting home, and it looked like we were back in this game. But unfortunately we started to go downhill rapidly after 24 minutes when Watford went 2-1 up. At this point Watford had 2 shots on target, 2 goals, and not long after they made it 3 shots on target, 3 goals, and they were 3-1 up on 36 minutes, and any hope of us making a second half comeback was killed just 2 minutes later when Watford went 4-1 up, and that was now 4 shots on target, 4 goals. Kanate in goals was having an absolute nightmare, and early in the second half, about 20 minutes to go, Tommy Lonergan came off the bench to make it 4-2. Then Watford went up the other end, Kanate having a nightmare here, it went 5-2, and this was a hammering for us, which got even worse soon after. But thankfully we got another goal back through Tommy Lonergan, 2 off the bench, to put him back to being top scorer in the league. And that was 5-3, and then later on Watford just waltzed through our defence here and slot home to make it 6-3, our biggest defeat since I've taken over, and a league record defeat for the club. Just a terrible performance. Came out of nowhere, because it was not like we changed the team. Kanate in goals with a 6.0 was absolutely terrible. And if you look there, Watford had 7 shots on target in the game and scored 6 goals. So just a nightmare game. Really ended any hope of us catching Derry, and actually Derry sealed the title a couple of days later with a win. So Derry are confirmed as champions, and if we look at the league table, Derry are 10 points ahead now. We have a game in hand, but they have too far ahead to be caught. So our main responsibility now is to take that second place. 2 points ahead of St Pat's with a game in hand. If we were to beat them, we'd be 5 points ahead with that game in hand, and it would be almost in the bag. Tommy Lonergan is also equal top scorer in the league now with Aidan Keena, 22 goals each. So that's something maybe to try and get towards the end of the season. We played one more game in the Conference League too, and this was a great win for us. We took on Pauk, and was a great performance from us. 2 early goals, Kia Murphy again scoring, Conor McLennan scoring, and then they scored with 10 minutes left, but we hung on to take a win away from home in the Conference League against Pauk, a team we bet in the qualifiers too, so that was brilliant. And we look at the league phase table, we are in 13th position in that, with 4 points in the bag, a win and a draw, and that is a great start to the Conference League for us. So that's Everton caught up on since the last episode. Let's get to the lineup for this cup semi-final against Dundalk. So here we are with the lineup for this cup semi-final, and a couple of injuries have gone away and players have returned. Sean Brennan is back playing on the left wing there. Dimitru is struggling for fitness, he needs a rest, but going to play him in this game because we really want to get to the cup final, and may consider dropping him or resting him, for the St. Pat's game, but we'll worry about that at the time he's going to play today. So the lineup in full is Konate in goals, Gitau, Lamb, Jones and Lee as the back four, Sloggett, Steedman and Dimitru as the midfield three, Sean Brennan on the left, Conor McGlennon on the right, and Cian Murphy starting up front, the man in form. Let's hope for more goals from Cian today. So that's the team, let's get the kick-off. So here we are, this cup semi-final underway here at the UCD Bowl. Can we take advantage of having this semi-final at home? Hopefully we can. Dundalk, a team we've battled against many times over this series. Of course we played a cup final against them. The only time we won this cup was against them in the final. So hopefully we can repeat that win today and get to the final for a second time. 5 minutes gone here, it's 0-0. 20 minutes gone here, and it's a very even game possession wise, but we've had a lot of shots already. Only 2 on target, but we are creating chances. Just need now to make that pay. Dundalk started off very strongly, had a lot of ball, but we've come back into the game now. Both teams picking up yellow cards. 50-50 possession, it's even, it's quite tight, and nothing has really happened. 25 minutes gone, 0-0. First highlight here as Dundalk have the ball, and Andy Boyle plays it long. Lamb wins the header though. Steedman down to Dimitru, onto McGlennon, picks out Cian Murphy, stays onside. Cian Murphy brings it forward, gets to the byline, into the box, cuts it back. Here's Sloggett. Sloggett scores against his former club. Great play from Cian Murphy, picked out Sloggett, and what a finish that was. 1-0 up here just after the half-hour mark, and comes back to haunt his former club there. Cian Murphy here took on his man, got to the byline, then cut back, and then look, we had 3 or 4 players on the edge of the box waiting for it, but Sloggett slots it home. That's a great goal, and now we have a lead. Now the trouble we've had all season is holding on to leads. Let's hope we can do it here. 34 minutes gone, 1-0 to us. Into 2 minutes of injury time at the end of this first half, still 1-0 up, and that goal from Greg Sloggett at half time is going to be the difference. It is half time now, 1-0 up here, and a good performance that first half. We got back into the game. Dundalk started strongly, but then we dominated possession and took that big chance when it came. This cup semi-final is 1-0 at half time to us, so let's get to the second half. Second half on the way here at the UCD Bowl. A 1-0 lead for us. We need to try and not only hold on to that, but I think we need a second goal with our record. And here's Sean Brennan with a corner in towards Jones. Oh, heads it just over. Free header inside the 6-yard box there. Heads it just over. That would have been a brilliant start to this second half for us to go 2-0 up. And here's another highlight as Dundalk kick it long. Lamb wins the header, but Dundalk pick up the second ball, brought forward by Kelly. They play ball over the top. Is Jones going to get there? He is now. Just don't do anything stupid. Konate picks out Gitau. Lovely ball. Now McGlennon. We know he can take on his man, but he loses the ball, and Dundalk will have it. And this is always dangerous. Ball over the top, over Greg Lee. Doesn't know where he is, Greg Lee there, and Dundalk slot home. 1-1 here just after half time, and that was a terrible bit of defending from Greg Lee. He might as well have still been in the dressing room as been on the pitch there, because ball was played over the top here, and he just I don't know why he's going moonwalking backwards. But that was a great finish then. Konate no chance. This cup semi-final is levelled up here on 49 minutes at 1-1. Cameron Ledwidge here with the throw-in. He's just come on for Greg Lee. After that mistake we took off Greg Lee. He was on a yellow card too, so good to get Cameron Ledwidge back from injury and back on the pitch. As we pass it around here, Lamb, Sloggett picks out McGlennon. Can he build an attack here? Dimitru, Gitau, through to McGlennon. Can he get across? He can. Cian Murphy gets there. Cian Murphy! Another goal for Cian Murphy. 43 goals for the season now. That's a club record. And a brilliant header. A well worked goal there between Dimitru, Gitau and McGlennon here. Lovely little passing. Gitau picks out McGlennon, and then he picks out a brilliant cross in towards Cian Murphy, and that's a brilliant header past the Dundalk keeper and restores our lead here on 63 minutes. We are now 2-1 up and now heading towards that cup final again. Highlight here as Dundalk bring the ball into the box, cross towards the edge of the box. Konate with a good save. That was a good chance created by Dundalk, and we get away with it thanks to Konate. Kicks it long now towards Cian Murphy. Can he win the header? Can he go straight through? Cian Murphy straight through. 1-1. Murphy slots it home. 3-1, and that should be it. An assist for Konate there. Long ball over the top, cut the whole Dundalk defence out, and the form Cian Murphy is in, he was never going to miss. Long ball, and just they let it bounce for some reason. Keane Murphy then straight through, chests it down and slots it past the keeper. That puts us 3-1 up with 15 minutes remaining. We have made a couple of substitutions. Harvey O'Brien on for Nico Jones and Marino on for Dimitru. We should see this game out now though. 3-1, 13 minutes left. Highlight starting here with Sloggett playing it out to Alex Dunn, who's come on for George Githow. Brings it forward. Dunn cuts back in. Brilliant run here from Alex Dunn. What's he going to do though? He takes the shot. Oof, on target. He doesn't score many, does Alex, but that was a good attempt. Good dribble from him there. 3 minutes left here. We are still 3-1 up. Free kick for Dundalk as we edge towards 5 minutes of injury time. And we win the ball back here. McGlennon, tried to pick out Keane Murphy, who'll be looking for another hat-trick. Here's Marino. Gets the ball back. Lamb. Dunn. Over the top towards Murphy. Wins the header, but no one there to win the second ball. Conor McGlennon putting on pressure. Back to the Dundalk keeper, and they pass it around. Then a long ball, which we don't win, but Alex Dunn picks up then. Dundalk have it again though. We need to be holding on to the ball here. We don't want to give them even a sniff of getting back into this game, but here they come. Down the wing. O'Kane, Lewis. This looks dangerous. Takes the shot. Just wide. And that's a bit of an escape. And with 5 minutes off injury time, we have a minute of that gone. If they'd scored there, we would have been under big pressure towards the end. And we have bottled so many leads this season that I'd have been very nervous. But thankfully, that went wide. And with 2 minutes off the injury time remaining, we're 3-1 up and cruising into the cup final. It will be our second appearance in the cup final. And hopefully that will be a big day for us. But here they come, Dundalk. Cross into the box. O'Brien gets Steedman. Molyneux, who's come on for Sean Brennan. Bringing it forward, and this will waste a good bit of time off the clock. And they're not going to score twice now, I don't think. But we're bringing it forward. Could we score to seal this night? Steedman picks out McGlennon. Can he get a cross in? He can. Keane Murphy's there. Keane Murphy heads it in. Hat-trick for Keane Murphy. This man just can't stop scoring lately. He's taken over that starting role from Tommy Lonergan and hasn't looked back since. And that's another hat-trick for him. Another hat-trick in the cup. He's by far the top scorer in the cup this season. And McGlennon with another brilliant cross. Keane Murphy heading home. 4-1 in the end. Looked like when they scored just after half time it was going to be a tense second half. But we have taken control with 3 Keane Murphy goals in this second half. And what a performance it was for us for today. And there's the final whistle. We are back in the cup final and a chance at more silverware this season after that Leinster Senior Cup win. But that is brilliant. Another hat-trick for Keane Murphy. We've beaten Dundalk in the cup semi-final, into the cup final. Now let's turn our attention to sealing second place in the league with the game against Pats and the lineup for that game. So here we are with the lineup for this game against St Pat's, and it's an unchanged 11 from the cup semi-final. I was considering dropping Greg Lee, but Cameron Ledwidge was passed, only fit to play 45 minutes. So Greg Lee retains his place at left back. So the full lineup is Kanate in goals, Githow, Lamb, Jones and Lee as the back four, Sloggett, Steedman and Dimitru fit enough to play in the centre, McGlennon on the right, Sean Brennan on the left and Keane Murphy up front. So let's get to this game, and a big game in our hopefully sealing second place in the league for the second year running. On the way here, away to St Pat's with this game though, would effectively seal second place for us I think. And that would be a good achievement, even though we did target winning the league. But Derry too strong this season, and we've thrown away too many leads throughout the season that drop points have cost us, and just need now to make sure we're in the Europa League next season by finishing second, and a win here would be a big step towards that. 5 minutes gone, 0-0 here. First highlight starts with St Pat's with a free kick in their box, and now their centre back has it. And he passes back to the goalkeeper and he goes long. Can we win this? And again we do. Good play. Lee to Jones to Lamb into Sloggett, passing around nicely. Now can we get forward, passing between our centre backs. Pat's putting the pressure on, but we get forward. Here's McGlennon back to Githow, plays McGlennon through. Lovely 1-2. Here's Conor McGlennon. Can he pick out Keane Murphy in the box? Keane Murphy, and another goal for Keane Murphy. And that Conor McGlennon Keane Murphy duo has been brilliant of late, and that is a wonderful bit of play here. 1-2 with Githow, ball over the top, put McGlennon through, and he's brilliant here at getting to the byline and getting a cross in. He does it again here, and Keane Murphy, another wonderful header. That's a great goal, and Keane Murphy Cian Murphy could end up being top scorer in the league at this rate. But 14 minutes gone here. It is 1-0 to us. Throw in here, Greg Lee to take it. Down to Steedman. Back to Greg Lee. Gets the cross in towards Dimitru. Heads it onto the post. That should have been a goal really. Great chance for Dimitru. But hits the post and it is cleared by St. Pat's. Half hour gone here. Still 1-0 to us. Only had those 2 shots, the goal and that Dimitru effort. And here we come again. Glennon wins it. Gittow loses the ball though. And now St. Pat's are through here. Crossfield ball. And maybe that was the wrong option, but they're still on the attack. Here they come. Greg Lee can't get a block in, and Lamb gives away a penalty. Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. Oh, terrible defending. And now St. Pat's have the penalty. Greg Lee didn't stop the cross. Then Lamb fouls. Here they come. And it's 1-1. Good penalty. Kanata went the right way, but there was too much power on it from Chris Forrester. And all that good work early on, getting the lead and controlling possession, thrown away by, first of all, Gittow gave the ball away, then Lee didn't stop the cross, then Lamb gives away the penalty. Just 3 errors leading to that goal, and after 33 minutes here, it is back on level terms, 1-1. Free kick here for St. Pat's, crossed in towards the far post. Forrester, bit of a scramble, and it's booted clear by Greg Lee. Bit of a scramble there, but we get away with it. And it stays 1-1 here, 10 minutes left of this first half. Half-time whistle goes here, 1-1. Disappointing really. We had control of the game, went 1-0 up, even though we only created the 2 shots, but we were controlling possession and then gave away that penalty. And that got St. Pat's into the game, and they have been more into it since then. But at half-time it is 1-1. Let's get to the second half. The second half kicks off here, and let's hope we can start it as well as we did the first half. 1-1 draw here wouldn't be an absolute disaster, but a win would be so big, get us that second place almost certainly in the bag. So let's hope we can make the breakthrough again in this second half. Coming up to 4 minutes gone, stays 1-1. Coming up to the hour mark here, stays 1-1. We have been in control of the second half really and created a lot more chances, but just nothing clear cut. Couple of substitutions made. Cameron Ledwidge has come on at left back. We pushed Greg Lee forward onto the left wing, and Marino has come on for Steedman, who was struggling for fitness. So 2 changes made. Let's hope it makes a difference. 25 minutes to go, 1-1 here. 10 minutes to go, still 1-1. We have made a substitution. Tommy Lonergan has come on for Cian Murphy. Maybe fresh legs up front, and Tommy keen to score and get back into the team. Might be make the breakthrough here. 7 minutes to go though, it stays 1-1. Into 4 minutes off injury time here. It doesn't look like we're going to get a winner, so it'll be another point, and it'll keep that little gap open to St. Pat's. But our game in hand is going to become very vital now. I think it's against Galway, so we should win that, but we know from earlier on in the season it can go wrong. But as the last few seconds tick down here, it's going to be a draw against St. Pat's, and it's probably 2 points dropped again because we were the better team in this game for a long stretches. There is the final whistle, and as you can see, probably should have won that game. St. Pat's though came into it and their XG is higher, but we dominated possession, but sadly couldn't make the breakthrough. A 1-1 draw here, and 2 more points dropped, but also edging closer towards that second place. So after that 1-1 draw with St. Pat's, we remain in second place, 2 points ahead of them with a game in hand. They have only 1 more game to play, we have 2. If we were to win our game in hand, which is against Galway, who are already relegated, we would seal second place in the league. So it should be ours, unless we have another disaster against Galway. We should seal second place and Europa League football for next season. In terms of the next video, we are going to come back for the game at home to Hertha Berlin in the Conference League, and that will be followed a couple of days later by the cup final against Shamrock Rovers. So we have 2 games at the Aviva, one of them being a cup final. But the league will have been wrapped up by then, so hopefully we will have sealed that second place. If we haven't, you'll know in the start of the next video the disaster that struck against Galway and Shamrock Rovers. But hopefully we'll have sealed second place by then, and we can focus on hopefully getting a good result in the Conference League and winning a trophy in that cup final. If you did enjoy today's video, please drop it a like. It'll really help to feed the YouTube algorithm, which I haven't a clue about, and for the video to be seen more. If you are enjoying it, don't forget to subscribe to follow the series to make sure you don't miss anything. And there is a playlist on the channel, and it'll appear on the screen here at the end if you want to catch up on anything we've done already. So until that next video, when we have a cup final to be looking forward to, please take it easy.